Hello everybody, this is Sally Hansen from the Facebook groups. My website is tamagotchi.tk. My Twitter account is twitter.com/tamagotchis if you want to follow me. So I promised an update to my collection. So this is part 6, I think, of my collection videos that I've done so far. It's been quite a while since I last updated about my collection. I'm gonna say it's been like a year since, or maybe 10 months since I posted a collection video. So, I got a new phone, which hopefully will have better video capabilities in this video. And, I said I would have about a dozen Tamagotchis. It looks as if I have more than I remembered to update about. So this just proves I have a problem. But on with the video. So since my last video, I acquired this white Tamagotchi. This is the English package. It says Space Creature, whereas on the Asian package it says Tamagotchi, and then the shell also says Space Creature. Now, I obtained this because I originally wanted the white one, but all there was the colors I didn't like, so I settled for black, which would have been like the second choice compared to like the blue and the red ones, which I thought were totally ugly. It turns out that this one was broken upon arrival, and I was issued a refund, which was cool. So I guess I'll just use it for spare parts, or if anybody wants it, I'm willing to send it to you for free as long as you pay the shipping. You can totally just have this for free. But it doesn't work. I know that for a fact because the screen is broken, and when I tried putting a new screen in it, it just wouldn't work. Something's wrong also with the logic board or something. Whatever that term is, I don't know anything about electronics. So, I mean, you're all too welcome to take it off my hands and try to fix it yourself, but the screen would definitely need to be replaced, 100%. So that's that. The second one is one that I had been looking to acquire for a while. Was this Yellow Leaves Merino. I already have the white one and the one with the vines. This is like my third favorite shell. My favorite shell is the one with the vines. Second favorite is the white shell. And then this is the third one, and then there's the fourth one, the brown one, which I'm not fond of at all because it's just so plain, so I'm probably never going to get it. So that's it for the forest Tamagotchis. I'm not going to accumulate anymore. I already have the 3 shells I like. I just received this one in the mail today, which I'm very happy about because I told myself I was gonna update about my collection if I got this in the mail this weekend, and I did, which is awesome. So I started it up, it's all working. I got it for only $19 on CD Japan plus shipping, which was only a few bucks. So it came out to like $23. Pretty freaking awesome. So people complained about the shell because they were expecting it to be pearlescent, and the pictures really do make it look like it would be pearlescent. But upon opening it, I was actually pretty delighted because the way they designed it was very unique compared to other Tamagotchi shells I've seen. It had sort of a really clear layer on the outside, and then it had like another layer underneath of the white color, and it's kind of an off-white, almost yellowish, goldish color. Kind of reminded me of the angel gotchis in a way. The white angel gotchi. It's kind of what it reminds me of. It's not like all... It's not quite as fancy as the angel gotchi, but it's really pretty. I was very impressed with it. I'm not going to bother taking that out of its shell, but it wasn't my ideal color. Originally I wanted the Anniversary For You, but those are going for like 90 bucks now, and I was like, well, forget that, especially since it's just the same thing, basically, except slightly prettier. So once this was on sale, I was like, heck yeah. I mean, I did wait a year after everybody else, but it was worth it to wait because it's like a quarter of the price of when, or not a quarter, maybe a third of the price or half the price of when it was first released. So that was awesome. Especially since apparently not a lot of people liked the release that much, so I figured I would just wait on it since it doesn't seem like it would be something I really needed at the moment. So I'm glad I waited and got it on sale for only 19 bucks. Pretty awesome. This I was sent by someone in the Facebook groups for a trade because I have a blue one and it was pretty beat up and used from somebody else. A person that I didn't really like in particular when I was a kid, because she kind of ended up backstabbing me, gave me this blue version when we were friends. So I figured I'll just sell that blue version, and I traded one of my virtual pets that I didn't want for this. So it's awesome. It's new in package, it works and everything. And it's white, which is a lot prettier of a color. I thought the blue version was just, I didn't really like it. This is too plain. The white is simple but elegant, in my opinion, I guess I would say. Kind of also reminds me of the original Tamagotchi, the very first one released. So that's that. And then, I got this. It's not in the correct package. This is a puppy package, but it's actually, maybe if I can get it out. It's actually a very rare nano. It's a teddy. I think I got this from Alicia. I might not be remembering correctly, so forgive me if that's incorrect. It had a crack in it, so I got it at a very discounted price from her because of that, but it works. And this is one of the ones that doesn't have the reset button. People have been saying that all of theirs doesn't have a reset button, these second waves of nanos. But oddly enough, I actually do have a second wave one that does have a reset button. So I found that to be weird. I guess maybe some of them, maybe there was like a small batch that did have a reset button, and then there was like a very large batch of them that was released accidentally without the reset button. So maybe that's what happened, but I do indeed have one that has a reset button in it. Or I did. I think I might have sold it, because I had a kitty. I think I might have sold that one. Anyway, I don't remember. I've sold a few, actually, since my last video, because they were kind of just repeats in my collection. So I decided to just get rid of some, because, I don't know, it's just not a good idea to have a Tamagotchi that I don't think I would ever play with, especially if it's not particularly valuable. I figured I'll just get rid of it. So I acquired this last year. I don't think it was in my last video. If it was, forgive me. It's hard to keep track of these things. This was the only shell I liked, really. They were all kind of ugly in my opinion. The purple one was okay, but this was the cutest one, in my opinion. I haven't really played with it. I just got it to collect because it was on sale at Toys R Us. And I'll probably play with it someday, I'm sure. Especially since I can now connect it to another one that I got, which I will show you. So that's awesome. And people said the paint came off of theirs easily, but, like, my brother dropped this on the ground and nothing happened to it. So, I don't know. Maybe it just depends on specific ones. I don't know. So, this is kind of a rare pet. I haven't seen around too often, and it's actually kind of expensive. It's a Hitoriko fish. I saw this pet first on Tamagotchi.com, which is a really awesome website, by the way, if you haven't been to it. The person received it. It looked like, and it was out of package, so they didn't know what it was, and it was dead on arrival. So once I saw it, I discovered, because this one's in package, I discovered, oh my god, it's a Hitoriko fish. That is freaking awesome. And I bought it in a lot with 2 red ones, which I sold for a very discounted price. Because usually when I would see these, they would be like $70. So I bought this in a lot, and I sold the other 2 for like, I don't know, 15 bucks or something. Because other people should be able to get cheap Hitorikos, especially since they're not that great of a pet. I mean, they're really cute, but not the best pet on earth. They should not be $70. But I don't know. It's pretty awesome. I know it works, but I haven't really played with it yet. But I'm looking forward to playing with it, especially since it's the teal shell, which I was waiting on for a long time because I kept seeing the red ones everywhere, and I hate red shells so much. I absolutely hate them. This I got a while ago. Not that long ago, but it's funny because I saw that Raw got the exact same one as me, like at the exact same time. I haven't really played it. Well, I started it up just to see what it was like, to get a general idea, and it's very odd. It's not like a regular virtual pet, but the cool thing is the animations are very detailed, which I thought was neat. And then there's 3 other versions. I guess they're all characters from Neopets. I don't know anything about Neopets. I just know it's a website and you take care of animals on it or something. And when I saw there was a virtual pet of it, I was like, that sounds awesome. And apparently it's supposed to come with like a code that goes to the website, but I doubt that works anymore at this point. So that's that. I was planning on collecting all of them, but since they're so expensive, I mean, they generally tend to go for like $40 to $60 each. Since they're so expensive and they're not really like a regular pet that I would enjoy particularly, I'm just not going to bother collecting the other ones. But it was cool that I got the blue one that I wanted, which I guess is called Scorchio, and is pretty sought after by people who are into Neopets, apparently. So that was cool, and I got it for a really good price. I think I got it for like 20 bucks or something. This is something I've been waiting for a long time. The MGA Mermaid. I wanted it in the plain kind of Tamagotchi-ish shell, but that got bought after I made an offer to the seller. They rejected my offer, and then someone else swooped in and bought it. So I was kind of like searching on eBay for the longest time for that same shell and could never find it. So I finally just kind of gave in and bought this one. And then I had a lot of trouble with the particular seller I bought it from, because I also bought another one from him that wasn't really as described, and he like wouldn't accept a return. So I had to open a case against him. So I guess I wouldn't recommend buying from him. Especially because he had like a super long argument with me about it too. He couldn't just like accept his mistake. It was really stupid. So I opened it up to take the batteries out, but I haven't played with it yet. And from what I hear, it's not actually a mermaid, it's a fish pet. So apparently I've acquired 2 fish pets recently, which is pretty cool because fish pets are not that common. There's maybe like a handful of them in existence of types of fish pets. This is one of a Tamagotchi I've been waiting for a long time. It's a shareholders edition, from what I know. I don't know if it says that on the package, but everywhere I've seen it online that's selling it describes it as a shareholders edition. So since I don't read Japanese, I can't really tell if that's true or not. I'm just going to believe them. But it has one of the cutest shells I've ever seen because I love watermelon, and I love the fact that it just has these little faces. I like basically any Tamagotchi shell that has characters on it. I just find them to be the most adorable. And then they're so derpy looking. And then I just like the lime green color and the little spots. It's just so adorable. It's one of the cutest shells I've ever seen in my life. So it's in my top 10, definitely at the top somewhere. And then I also sold my other Entama, my green swirl one, because it wasn't particularly a shell I liked. I just got it in a lot, basically. And so I decided to sell it to someone who I knew would probably play with it more than I would. Especially since I already had another Entama and then I acquired the shareholders one. It's like I already had two, I didn't need any more. So then I acquired this really weird pet. It is a watch pet, and it's called Mulan Fighter. And it looks super cute. But when I tried to play it, it was kind of just confusing, and the instructions were Englishy, and most of the options are just like getting her to train and exercise, and then there's like maybe eating and medicine. And like she might rest briefly. But there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 options of her just exercising, working out, and training. So I thought that was pretty awesome, but also a little odd that there wasn't really much more to it other than that. And so I haven't really played with it. I kind of just like started it up to make sure it worked, which it did. And then I, went through the options to see if I could get a grasp of what was going on. And it has a cute background. It's like a little river, because I guess she just trains by the river or something. And then, yeah, I thought the package was really cool. I like how it shows fight scenes with Mulan. And then she's like all beautiful right here. And then it kind of gives you like a gist of what it's like. And then there's her like different outfits, and I guess she meditates, she swims, she climbs up a hill, she's punching. I thought it was really cool because it's sort of a feminist type of pet, if you think about it. I have the Hello Kitty pet, which is pretty sexist, and then there's like the Tamagotchi pet, which is pretty sexist, and Tamagotchis in general don't really, the newer ones anyway, kind of follow along straightforward gender lines, but this one I thought was pretty cool because, she's taking on more masculine, assertive qualities, I guess, and, and I just thought that was cool, and it has, like, a little wristwatch component to it. So I can't say it's a good pet at this point, but it's definitely unique, and I saw a few more of them for sale by the same seller, but it was kind of expensive, so I guess don't buy it unless you're willing to take that risk of whether or not you like it, because, I mean, until I do, like, maybe a more thorough review of it or something, I would say don't get it. And also another person said that they had, issues with unscrewing it. I did not have those issues, but yeah, you might have those issues. One of the most beautiful Tamagotchis I've ever seen. I decided to get another, I sold one of my used Uratamas and bought this one. It was an Uratama I didn't like, so I was like, I'm never probably gonna play with this, so I'll just get one that I actually do like. And I got it on, I think, Yahoo Japan? It was one of those websites that requires a middleman service. Same thing with the shareholders. That's where I bought this one, the shareholders one, and a couple other ones from the same website. So I saw this cityscape design and fell in love with it and put it on my wish list right away, because once again, the whole little, cute designs all over it, the stars hanging above the city, it's just adorable. It's one of my favorites. This one is one I've been waiting for a while. It's the grape. It's kind of like a really light pink color. When I first saw it online, I thought it was white, but it's actually a really light pink. And then it has these grapes and this cute little sun character. So I'd been wanting it for a while just based on the grapes and the sun character. I'm not very fond of this shade of pink, but I think overall it's a super cute design. So that's my one of my most recent Akai additions. And I love the Akai. The Akai is one of my favorite Tamagotchis. Speaking of which, here's another one. This is the pearl white shell of the Akai. So again, another shell I absolutely love. I just love how everything on it is white. It's amazing. It's beautiful. And then I also acquired a Tamagotchi. And I had been waiting on this green shell for a long time to get to find it at a good price, which was really hard because they're getting to be pretty expensive now. And I managed to buy this one for about 23 bucks, I think, which is pretty good for the Tamagotchi because they're getting up into the 30s or 40s now, I think. I could be wrong. But I finally found the shell I wanted at a cheap price and I had a coupon, so I used it. So I'm pretty happy about that. And then I got this really weird Akachan pet. I was expecting, or maybe hoping, that it would be, it came in this really beat up box too, that it would be like a nano dinosaur, like a clone of it, but it turned out to be a nano Akachan, which is still a dinosaur, but not the same as the other nano T-Rex. And also, I wouldn't have minded so much because obviously I did want to collect the Akachan, but unfortunately it happens to be the version that dies really easily, so every time I start it up, it dies that day. So it's kind of a disappointment, basically. It was really cheap though. It was only $7 for this box and the little holder, which was cute, and the pet itself. So maybe I'll be able to play it all the way through one day, I don't know. Finally got the third animal in this series, the fish. I already have the jellyfish and the dolphin, and now I have the fish. And I haven't played it yet, but I took the batteries out to make sure it didn't get corroded. And I'm looking forward to playing it, especially because I like this white shell that it has. The other two have sort of darker shells, and this one looks really cool for some reason. I don't know why. So I'm looking forward to playing this, and I still want to get the color version eventually. Okay, so since my other videos, I have also sold both of my 8-in-1s because I acquired the very rare 10-in-1, which comes in a version with pink buttons and a version with green buttons, I believe. So I no longer needed the 8-in-1 because all the characters on the 8-in-1s were on here. So I got rid of both of my 8-in-1s. I still want to get the 9-in-1 Super Guy-Uppy just for nostalgic purposes, because I sold my other one thinking I was going to get the clear blue one, which I had always wanted, and then when it arrived it wouldn't come unscrewed and it looked like there's corrosion in it, so I got a refund from the seller and sent it back. So I'm still looking to reacquire the 9-in-1, sadly, but I do have the 10-in-1, which is awesome because I've been wanting this for a long time, and it's pretty cool, and I got it for a really good price from someone in the Facebook groups, so I'm pretty happy about that. And the directions are in German, but it has all the growth charts, which is pretty neat. I also acquired this T-Rex MGA dino, which I haven't been able to play with because the screw is rusted. It's just completely rusted out. Can't get it open at all. I'm kind of contemplating contacting the seller and asking him for a refund, but it was so cheap, and you know, it was sold as is, even though they didn't mention the screw part. So I don't know, maybe I'll be able to fix it someday. Or if anybody wants to buy it from me, they can. I think I only spent like $17 on it, $13, something like that. It was really cheap. I mean, it probably works, but I can't guarantee that. And then the second Friends I got was the Dreamtown edition. I actually went to several Hot Topics in my area. A few of them had the Dreamtown, but not the shell I wanted, which was the mint green leopard. Or it's kind of a mintish blue leopard. This was the one I wanted, the only one I really thought was cute. And I was almost about to settle on another one, but I was like, you know what, I'm just going to hold out a little bit more. Maybe I'll find it for cheap online. But then I went to Anime Expo in July at the Los Angeles Convention Center, and there was a vendor there who was selling all of them, and there were tons of them. I noticed at the Hot Topics that would sell them, they maybe had like 3 or 4 on the shelf. This vendor had like an entire wall of Tamagotchis. It was awesome. They had to have had at least 30 of them. So I finally got the leopard that I wanted. I was so happy. So that's awesome. And it was the same price as Hot Topic, so that was cool. And I didn't have to buy it online and wait for it to come from Canada. I found this. I bought it for nostalgic purposes because my sister had the 101 Dalmatians puppy Gigapet when she was younger. And I always thought the shell was kind of cute and cool, and obviously we all grew up with that movie. So I thought I would buy it, and I found it for a really good price. It was used, but still really cool. The next one I got, I think this is a Tamagotchi. I forget if I bought it or traded it with the same person who sent me the 8-in-1, but it was really cheap either way, I think. I think it's a Tamagotchi. I haven't started it up or played it officially, but I think I'd seen this a few places online and I was curious about it anyway, so I was happy to acquire it. It looks like it might be interesting. Who knows? It has a weird button configuration of like 4 buttons and one's on top. So that's interesting, I guess. It's used. So, and it's called Dog-Gotchi. That's funny. And it has a 101 Dalmatian character on it. I think it's kind of a rip-off. It's not like a genuine Disney thing or anything. Okay, so here comes some of the best pets that I've acquired so far. Let me get them all ready. First, I'll show the accessories I've acquired. I got these 2 awesome macaron cases on eBay for only a few dollars each. They're like $3 to $5 each. And I was expecting them to be smaller, but they're actually about the size that a color Tamagotchi would fit in, which is cool because I don't have any color Tamagotchi cases anyway. The pictures were a little misleading. They made the middle look like it was supposed to be white cream, which I was all excited about, but then it came and it was just kind of the same color as the actual macaron part. I don't care though, they're both really cute. And they're kind of a rubbery, soft feeling. So these are going to be cool for carrying around my new 4U and other larger Tamagotchis. They're going to be awesome. And then if you want to find those, just search on eBay for macaron coin purse. Somebody sent me this for free with a Tamagotchi that I got from her. I didn't have the yellow one yet. I have almost all of them now, except for the white shell and with the red keychain inside of it, and the orange one with Coochie Patchy inside. I did have that one, but I don't know what happened to it. So I might still have it somewhere, but it's missing. So those are the 2 I still need to get. And then, okay, so now on to some of the best virtual pets I've acquired so far. I'm not even sure where to start. I guess I'll start with this. This is a Nano Baby. I already had a Nano Baby, 2 in fact, one of which I sold. No, 3 actually. I had 3. One of which I sold so I could buy this one because 1, it's orange, which is my favorite of all the Nano Shell colors. And 2, it has this background, which I love because only a few of the Nanos, the original Nanos, had this background for some reason. I'm not sure why. So I got this used, I think, from... maybe it was Alicia? I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. So that was awesome. I sold my one that had a white shell, which I never even got a chance to update about it, and got that one. I don't even know where to start with these next ones. There's 5 left, and they're all so good. I guess I'll start with this one. The MGA Rabbit. It is freaking adorable. I ran it for like a week. It is one of the cutest pets ever. It's like the fish. It's like in a little shell. And the dino. The dino's in a little shell. They come in these cool little clam shells. And it is amazingly adorable. I highly recommend this if you ever find it online. I got it for so cheap. It was like maybe $15, $12 or something like that. Used, and it worked perfectly fine. Next one, Nano Dino. The only issue with it is that it's missing an icon or two, but you can still navigate it and select the icon even though it's invisible. I guess the screen just got damaged somehow, so one or two of the icons is dead inside of it. But other than that, all the pixels work, and it works perfectly fine. And I had been wanting a Nano Dinosaur for ages, and it was cheap because of that damage. So I was like, heck yeah, I'll take it. I don't need it brand new in package, especially since they're so rare and they go for like 80 bucks. I'll take this one. This is awesome. So sometimes it's worth it to get a damaged pet if it's minor damage. These next 3 are amazing. Okay. Riku-Riku-chan. Unfortunately, the seller did not have the packaging. Hopefully she'll find it and send it to me someday. But, and sadly, it's the Asian version, so I'm not going to be able to read the language. But I'm just glad to have acquired it, because these dinky pets are amazing, you know, and I have most of them already. There's just a couple more I need, which are really, really super rare, which I'll probably never get. So I was really happy to get this, and it was a great price. Normally they go for a lot in package. So, and this is in great condition. It's a good color that I like. So I was really happy to get this. Okay, so the next 2, I'm just stunned by how beautiful this shell is. I got this used from someone in the Facebook groups, and it is beautiful. Words can't even convey how beautiful it is in person. I had been wanting this shell forever, and I got it for an amazing deal out of package. And it's like in brand new condition. There's like no damage to it at all. Maybe a few like minor, very tiny microscopic scratches, which is just, you know, pretty typical for a used virtual pet. So it's in great condition, and I got it for such a great price, and I'm so happy with it. Because the ones in package go for like $80, $90 or more, and that's crazy. So I'm glad I got the family Tamagotchi, the Royal Family Tamagotchi, the Japanese version. I finally have it. Alright, and last, but definitely not least, a pet that is very sought after in the community. And my baby. And it's the blue shell, which apparently is more rare than the pink one. So I bought this in a lot. It came with a pink one. The pink one was actually in better condition. This one's like has a messed up screw. It still opens, fortunately. It just has one screw that works and the other one doesn't, because it's like lodged in there. And then the pixels are a little darker on one side, but other than that, it works perfectly fine. I got it, the lot itself was a great price, and then I sold the other one, and the other one was like in perfect condition almost, and so I got my money back basically by selling that one. It was pretty cool. And I didn't overcharge the person, I gave them a reasonable price. So I'm really, really stoked that I got this, because apparently it's pretty darn rare. And I got it for an amazing price. And I basically made almost all my money back from it. So I'm really, really pleased with that. And it's a great pet. I love the games on it. They're so addictive. So I'm looking forward to playing with it more. I already played with it for like a couple days before I took the batteries out, but it's really awesome. I highly recommend it. So that's it for all my pets that I acquired recently. Kinda insane, but I did also sell maybe like 6 or 7 others, so that were kind of just repeats in my collection, to acquire ones that I wanted more. So I'm pretty happy with how everything turned out. So it's cool. I'm happy, and let me know if you have any questions, you guys, and happy collecting to you. Bye.